throw a trade scenario out there for Laker Nation, and you guys tell me what y'all think. I'm going to tell y'all what I think in a second here. A Russell Westbrook potential trade. I first heard this on Ben Simmons' podcast, and then I saw Bobby Marks put together an offer in a more formal tense. Y'all let me know what y'all think. So if the Lakers and Knicks were to agree on a Russell Westbrook trade, it could look like this. And again, this is Bobby Marks, so financially this bad boy will work. The New York Knicks will receive Russell Westbrook, DeAndre Jordan, Wayne Ellington, and that also coveted 2027 first-round pick. And just for clarity, the reason why 2027 is the pick, that is the first-round pick the Lakers could trade. Remember, they gave away pretty much all of their picks for Anthony Davis, and then obviously they did the Russell Westbrook trade. The Lakers will receive Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, and Alec Burks. Again, just to keep in perspective, the trade deadline is in about a week's time. There has been no movement on this trade. Matter of fact, I haven't even heard that the Lakers are even shopping Russell Westbrook. The likelihood of this trade happening is slim to none. Let me just throw that out there. It's slim to none. Sorry, Laker Nation, to get your hopes up. But there is some merit to it, right? If you look at where the Lakers are right now, under 500. If you look at where the New York Knicks are right now, these two teams have underwhelmed. And if we know anything from Thibodeau, he's going to go down fighting if he's going to go down at all. And he wants to fight with guys that like to fight. And you would think, in theory, Russell Westbrook would be somewhat of a Tom Thibodeau guy. Thibodeau always has liked the hard workers. Remember, Tibbs had Derrick Rose in his peak. Derrick Rose could defend, don't get me wrong, and make plays on the basketball, but nobody would ever consider Derrick Rose one of the greatest defenders of all time. Russell Westbrook, obviously in his 30s, is not in his athletic peak anymore, but he competes hard. And I just believe if you put Westbrook and Tibbs together, it would be a guy that Tibbs would really like a lot, even if Russ can't be the defender of yesterday. So, I mean, I'm just saying, we obviously know Tibbs doesn't care for Kemba Walker. Kemba started the season off starting, then went into Tibbs' doghouse, then got back in the lineup when COVID started to impact the New York Knicks roster, and now he's right back in the doghouse again. So, I'm just saying, we obviously know that Tibbs ain't the highest on Kemba. Evan Fournier, undersized guard, typically not one of Tibbs' fortes. And then you throw in Alec Burks. You look at that Los Angeles Lakers roster, Alec Burks, Evan Fournier, and Kemba Walker could 100% right a lot of wrongs with the Lakers. Now, just to put this in perspective, I want to make sure I say this without 100% of a question mark in it. If Anthony Davis ain't healthy, the Lakers ain't winning them regardless. Like, I just want to put that out there. None of this even matters if Anthony Davis can't stay healthy, which I have no evidence that he will stay healthy. But if he were to stay healthy and you grab Kemba, I think he plays a lot better off of LeBron James. Alec Burks, a guy that in theory could defend, get you a stop, and also get you a three-point shot. The Lakers have been desperately looking for that guy. They have literally tried everyone from Kent Bazemore to Talen Horton-Tucker to fill that role, and it's been up and down. And then you look at a guy like Evan Fournier, he's a sniper. He definitely is a guy, I mean, that can make shots. Essentially, you know, the Lakers are looking at Austin Reeves as the guy to be their knockdown shooter, when as of right now, Austin Reeves has actually been a better defender than he has a shooter. You know, but Reeves has been a pretty nice piece for the Lakers. So has Carmelo Anthony. If you put those three pieces around this LA team, I would like our chances a lot more. You get rid of a problem in Westbrook, and I think you add a couple solutions that will play well with LeBron. I actually think this is a realistic trade that if it doesn't happen now, could very well be on the table this offseason for both teams, at least the premise of the trade, a Kemba for Westbrook swap. If you look at what the deal Kemba's on, this is not a far-fetched random deal. This is actually, I think, one that makes sense for both teams. I don't believe it will happen at the deadline just because I've heard nothing of the Lakers shopping Russell Westbrook, but here's the thing, Rob Pelinka is known to be very sneaky, so don't be surprised the day before the deadline if randomly you hear Westbrook has been involved in a three-team trade. You know, Rob Pelinka is a very smooth talker, you know, handsome brother. You know, I wouldn't be surprised one bit if he could smooth talk himself into a trade last minute for Westbrook that nobody saw coming. And we'll see. My guess is the Lakers keep Westbrook past the deadline. But that Lakers Knicks trade is one you want to watch out for. If not this trade deadline, definitely in the summer.